Holly Kovo from Fitting Fitness In. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition specialist, and welcome to Get Healthy with Holly. Today we're going to have a ball, literally. We're going to do exercises with this little ball. It's a $2 ball you can buy at any grocery store. Well, maybe not right now because we're in New England and it's winter, so you won't find this in the grocery store, but you can get it, at Target or Walmart. And I do these exercises in my class, Fitness with Holly, for my active agers, and I do them usually on a cold, rainy day, because that's when everyone's arthritis bothers them, mine included. And this is a really great way to get blood flowing to your fingers, to the joints that don't usually get a lot of activity, and it warms everything up. But you also get a resistance workout as well, and I'm going to show you. And sometimes I throw in some cardio exercises as well. So you're going to get a little bit of everything. Now, if you don't have a ball handy, I'm going to go through these exercises and you're welcome to join me. I'll probably do maybe somewhere between 5 to 10 repetitions of them, but you can do more at home. But if you don't have a ball, yes, you can use a roll of toilet paper. You want to hold it so that you're squeezing and using the soft tissue part and not the tube part. And don't worry, Mr. Whipple's not going to come around the corner and yell at you for squeezing the Charmin. I don't know, some of you may remember that commercial, but this is a good substitute. May not work well when we do some bounces, but it's a good substitute. All right, let's get going. So we're going to start with finger squeezes. So just on your fingertips, squeeze the ball. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can keep doing more if that's going to help you. But next exercise is your palms, squeezing your palms together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This actually works your chest. 9, 10. Good. Now, if the ball, you do want to have enough air in the ball. If it's too squishy, you're not going to get as much resistance, so you want to make sure that you have enough air in that ball. Okay, so let's bring it underneath the elbow, which is actually going to work your tricep. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's make sure we do the other side so we're nice and even. Ready? Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now between your elbows, and you may have to rest it on your tummy to get it there. Bring it between your elbows. This is another one that works your chest. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you want to work your bicep, put it between your arm, the forearm and the top of your arm, and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. You'd be surprised. You are getting a little bit of a workout, especially if you don't exercise with weights at all. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. Okay, now before I show you some other exercises, we're going to do some exercises with bouncing. So it's not going to work well if you have the toilet paper roll, but let me just show you. So in this one, we're going to do a squat. When we squat, we're going to throw the ball up, and when we catch it, we're going to come back up. When you do your squats, remember to keep your knees behind your toes. And we do that by sticking our butts back. All right? So you throw it up, squat, catch it on the way down. Make sure you don't throw it too far up and too far away from your body. Keep it close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Okay, now the next one, we're going to work on our calf. We're going to do calf raises and a bounce. So as you come up, bounce the ball. As you come down, catch the ball. I don't know if you can see, but these calf raises, I'll go at a little bit of an angle so you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now, we're going to add a little cardio component, and I'm going to kind of go this way. 3 steps and come back. So what you want to do is you put that ball down. 1, 2, 3, turn around, come back. 1, 2, 3, pick it up, throw it with a squat, bounce it with a calf raise. Put it back down. 1, 2, 3, turn around. 1, 2, 3, pick it up, throw it with a squat, bounce it with a calf raise, put it down. 1, 2, 3, turn around. 1, 2, 3, pick it up, throw it up, squat, bounce it, calf raise. One more. 1, 2, 3, turn around. 1, 2, 3, pick it up, throw it up, squat, bounce with a calf raise. Now, I only did 5. You can do 10, but do you feel it? I mean, I'm feeling a little out of breath, so I'm sure you are too. That's a great little cardio. Now, let's see, what else can we do? Let's do some abs. Holding that ball in front of you, turn and rotate to the right, center, and then left. From one side to the other, stopping in the middle, keeping it extended. This rotation is really good to rotate your trunk because rotation helps lubricate the discs in your spine. You know, those little discs between the vertebrae? It's really good to keep them lubricated, and rotating the trunk helps do that. All right, I think that's 7, 8, a nice twist, 9, and 10. Good. So that's great for the external obliques for rotation. Now, we're going to push our belly button back towards our spine. When you do that, tighten the whole abdominal cavity. And why not put the ball right there on your belly button when you do it? Ready? And squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. 3, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 5, squeeze. 6, squeeze. 7, squeeze. 8, squeeze. 9, squeeze. 10. You can go on to do 20, even 30 of those. Those are great ab exercises strengthening your whole core. All right, now some other fun stuff. We're going to put the ball between your knees. Now this is going to work your legs, your inner thighs. Squeeze. 1, squeeze. 2, squeeze. 3, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 5, squeeze. 6, squeeze. 7, squeeze. 8, squeeze. 9, squeeze. 10, nice job. Now put it between your ankles. Between your ankles, don't drop the ball. All right, you ready? And squeeze. 1, squeeze. 2, can you see that? Squeeze. 3, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 5, squeeze. 6, squeeze. 7, squeeze. 8, squeeze. 9, squeeze. 10. Nice job. Now, with the ball between your ankles, I want you to waddle in a circle one way and then waddle in a circle the other way. Here we go. We're like penguins, but boy, will you feel your legs as you're doing this. Now, don't drop the ball. If you do, you got to do 50 push-ups. No, not 50. 20 push-ups against the wall. All right, now I did one side. Let's circle the other way. Don't drop the ball. We do that in class. If somebody drops it, then we all have to do 20 push-ups. Okay, so that's a great way to work the legs, and I'm going to show you some more leg stuff on the chair. But one more thing I want to show you. When you bounce the ball, you can use your chest muscles to help you with that bouncing. And what you want to do is throw it as hard as you can. Bounce it as hard as you can. Push it as hard as you can. Whoops. Now, we do this in class, and I have two people bouncing in between, and as they move further apart, then they're bouncing twice, then 3 times, and we get to 5 times, and you really have to push it down. But that's a great chest workout, chest and arms, by really throwing that ball down and catching it, hopefully. All right, let's see. Have I missed anything? To do waddles. Okay, we're going to sit in the chair now. And I'm going to show you exercises you can do in the chair. So you can use your toilet paper if you need to. So I'm going to start with, I can come to one side, and I'm going to put that ball between my ankle and the chair leg. My ankle and the chair leg. And you want to pull back. So you're pulling back. 1, 2, your foot lifts off the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now bring it up between your calf and the ball and the leg of the chair. And push. 1. Pull it back. 2, 3, 4. This is resistance training. 5, 6, and you get to sit down on the job. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you have to put it under your thigh. All right, and you're using your quadricep, the top of your thigh here, to push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Now we have to do the other leg. All right, so between the ankle and the chair leg, and push back. 1, or pull back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Up between your calf and the chair leg. Now, it really is helpful if the chair leg is a little wider. Right now, I just have this metal tube, but I'm dealing with it. All right, and push back. 1, or squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, are you feeling it? 9, 10, good. And under the thigh, bring it up. And push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Okay, now another ab exercise, believe it or not. You're going to put the ball between your lower back and the chair. Oop, I have my microphone box there. Okay, so it's on my lower back and the chair, and I'm going to push with my abs, push back. Push back. 1, push. 2, push. 3, push. 4, push. 5, push. 6, push. 7, push. 8, push. 9, push. 10. Nice job. Now we're going to come to the upper back. Whoops. Hopefully you have a higher back chair, but I'm going to put it right here. Hopefully I don't go over it. Now, the same thing. I don't want you to use your body. I want you to use your abs, your upper abs, pushing back. Pushing back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you feel that? Instead of using your body, going bouncing back and forth, use your abs to push back on it. Okay, great. Woo. There we go. So we are having a ball today, and we did some cardio with the ball. We did resistance training with the ball. We had some balance when we did the squats and the calf raises, all with this $2 ball that I got at the grocery store. So you can do it too. And remember, these finger squeezes, if you're if your hands are cold, if you have arthritis in your hands and they're cold, this is the best thing to do. Start doing these finger squeezes, and it gets the blood circulating right through to the fingertips, and everything is going to feel much better. All right, so we're having a ball today, and now we're going to take it over to the kitchen, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy, tasty meal. In the kitchen today, we're going to make a dish. There's not really a name for this dish because what this is all the vegetables that started going bad in my fridge, I had to cook. So I took them and I sauteed them. And I had spinach, I had red pepper, and when I cut up the red pepper, oh my gosh, look at this. There was a little green pepper inside of it. I thought it'd be cute to bring that in. I had yellow pepper, I had some asparagus, I had onions, and then I grabbed some chicken tenders from the freezer, and I have a little grated fresh Parmesan cheese that we can top it with later on. And I'm using basil from my freezer that was from my garden in my super duper freeze herb freezing device here, and then I just sauteed it in on the pan. So let's turn this on and throw a little olive oil in there. We'll start with the veggies and then I'll get the chicken going. So really, it was my creative night. What happens is I put on my chef's coat and I look what's in the fridge and I try to create something from it. And I had to use these things because these veggies were starting to go bad. And I have a thing about food going bad. It can't go bad. I have to have everything that I buy has to be used, and so I need to make sure I use it efficiently. Actually, let me get this guy going as well. Bring that down. And this one up, because I'm going to do the chicken in this. So this is about 1 teaspoon, maybe 2. So let's start with the veggies. I'm going to put the onions in first. Now, onions, interesting enough, well, let me get everything in here and I'll tell you a story about onions. And then asparagus. Mix it all in. And then I'll throw in my yellow peppers. I'm going to keep this little green one out. Red peppers, you know me, I love to have color when I'm cooking. And I'm going to cook these a little bit first, and then I'll put the spinach in because you know how fast spinach cooks? It's really very fast. And a little salt and pepper. That's it, salt and pepper. And some basil from my garden. So I'm going to take this out. It's been freezing. It was frozen in my freezer. But when I use it for the chicken, I'm going to use a zester because I want smaller chunks. Now let me open this up a tiny bit more. There we go. Put that here for now. And let's get this going. Mix that up. Look how colorful it is. Gosh, I love that. Now, when I made this meal at home, I did also make some spinach gnocchi to go with it, but today we're sticking with only fibrous carbs and no starchy carbs, although the vegetable gnocchi is a little less with the starchy carbs. But all right, so let's let that cook, and then we'll start in with the chicken at the same time. All right, so let me put the chicken in. So normally I use my air fryer, but since I figured, oh, let me just put everything all on at once, I'm doing it in the frying pan. And once again, some salt, some pepper, and this time basil with the zester. So the zester is going to give me smaller pieces. Unbelievable, I still have 2 more of these basil. We had a lot of basil in the garden this year. And some of them I mix, I think I've used before, like oregano and parsley. Okay, there we go. And let's let those cook. Let's turn this chicken up a little bit more. Once this cooks down a little, then I'll put the spinach on because you know spinach takes so little time to cook. So a little bit while this is cooking, let me talk about what the nutrients are in these vegetables that I chose. Well, I didn't really choose them. They were in my fridge. Asparagus. So asparagus is really good when you want to lose weight. It's very low in calories. 1 spear is 3 calories. It has 32 megs of potassium, 4 grams of protein, so that's nice having all that protein, and 0.6 milligrams of fibrous carbs. So it's a good vegetable. And the spinach, which we haven't put in yet, but spinach, wow, spinach is iron. So in 1 cup of spinach, it has about almost a gram, like 0.81 grams of iron. It has 167 milligrams of potassium. 167. That's a lot of potassium. It has 0.86 grams of protein, so again, has some protein. Also has calcium, 30 milligrams of calcium, 24 milligrams of magnesium, 58 milligrams of folate, which is really important when you're pregnant. Folate, get enough folate for the baby's development. And it has 2,813 international units of vitamin A. It's powerful, isn't it, spinach? Very powerful. Now, red peppers. In a medium red pepper, there's 37 calories, 6 milligrams of sodium, 9 grams of carbs, again, fibrous carbs, 3.1 grams of fiber, 6.3 grams of sugar, so it is sweeter. A little bit sweeter, but it's a natural sugar, 1.5 grams of protein, and 190 milligrams of vitamin C. Awesome, vitamin C. Whoops, get that up there. I love all these colors, it's so great. Now a yellow pepper, a large yellow pepper, is about 50 calories, has 4 milligrams of sodium, 394 grams or milligrams of potassium. It's loaded with potassium. Has 4 milligrams of sodium, 12 grams of carbs, again, fibrous carbs, and 1.9 grams of protein. Now, the thing with that is these are loaded with potassium. What does potassium do for your body? Well, potassium's main function in the body is to help maintain normal levels of fluid inside of our cells. But it also helps your muscles to contract and support normal blood. It supports your normal blood pressure. So potassium is key. Sodium is responsible for maintaining normal fluid levels outside of the cells. Potassium is responsible for maintaining fluid levels inside the cells. And you don't want them to dry out. So you want to make sure you have plenty of fluid in there. Now the other thing in here is onions. Now, interesting enough, let me go through the nutritional things for onions. So I did some research on onions because I like to be able to give you information. Onions, a medium-sized onion has about 40 calories. It has 1.1 grams of protein, 9.3 grams of carbs, again, fibrous carbs, 4.2 grams of sugar. That's why when you saute and they caramelize, it's nice and sweet. And 1.7 grams of fiber, which is awesome for you. But cooking with onions is challenging because, you know, when you're cutting them, you start crying. So my helpful Holly hint, or Holly's helpful hint, is I put that onion in the freezer for 5 minutes before I'm going to cut it. And then it doesn't activate my tears. So what happens in the onions is the compounds, it produces compounds, and those compounds irritate the eye ducts and makes you cry, makes you tear. So in doing research on the onion, I found other ways that you can, other options of cutting onions without tearing. And one of them is to use the sharpest knife possible, because the sharper the knife, the less enzymes are put into the air. You could cut the onions under cold water. That's a little challenging. Cut the root last, because I guess the most enzymes are in the root. So if you cut that last, you don't get it till last. All right, let me put some spinach in here. You know how spinach cooks down, so this big amount of spinach is going to be like nothing. Woo! Woo-hoo. Bring that down. All right, so another thing that they say to light a match before you peel and slice the onion, because the sulfur dissipates the compounds that the onions that the onions produce that makes your eyes tear. So I don't know about that, but it's possible. You can try it. Be careful though. Also, by using a small chopper or food processor, all the chopping happens in there, and less to make your eyes tear. Or you can use the kitchen goggles that cover your eyes and they don't even get the enzymes. I've seen those kitchen goggles at Kitchen Outfitters in Acton. So let's get this going. The one thing I don't want to do is overcook the veggies, because I like them to have a little bit of crunch to them, and then it keeps their colors. So woo, this spinach is what I really need is a top. Let's let that cook down for a minute. And I'm going to turn these chicken tenders over. Some are more brown than others. Let's get that more in where it'll brown better. Okay. Let's see if I have a top I can use. Here we go. Let's put that top on, and then that spinach will cook down a little quicker. Anyway, so those are the different options that you can use when you're cutting onions to try not to tear up. A couple other interesting information that I found out about onions. Red onions specifically help to produce sperm. So if you're trying to get pregnant, ladies, serve them a lot of red onions. It helps to produce more sperm. Also, onion juice, when you add it to the hair and scalp, that provides an extra sulfur to support strong and thick hair. And so it prevents hair loss, and it promotes hair growth. Eek. So there's a couple different ways on that one. I was like, okay, I have to read more on this one. And it talked about, you can do that. You can do onion juice, get the onion juice, chop it up, squeeze it out, get that juice, apply it to your scalp, leave it on for 30 minutes, and then wash your hair. Or one of them said that you can put that juice in your hair wash, in your shampoo, and wash with it. I don't know. If you are having thinning hair, you want to give it a try, let me know how it comes out, okay? But I thought that was quite interesting. It's amazing what just natural vegetables and fruits can do. I know I've done a whole episode. When I did my Nutrition for Active Agers video series, I did a whole episode, 30-minute episode on foods that fight back, which is, using normal fruits and vegetables to help you deal with diseases or aches and pains and ailments that you have. So let's get this spinach cooking down a little bit more. Boy, that looks good, huh? I just love colorful foods. And my husband was like, yeah, you definitely have to use this. Because I was thinking, oh, maybe I'd do a sheet pan meal, which I will at some point because they're quick and easy. I'm all about quick, easy, healthy, and tasty. And you can accomplish all of that. All right, let's let that sit for a minute. See how the chicken is doing. How are we doing, chicken? Getting there. Maybe turn it up a tiny bit. Put the thicker ones in the middle so they cook evenly. So I don't know, whatever you find in your fridge, I mean, these are the vegetables that I use, but you can use whatever you find in your fridge, whatever is starting to go bad. At the end, I'm going to put a little bit of the Parmesan cheese on there. Oh, look, see? Spinach is already cooked down. I'm going to turn this down now to low. And wait for that chicken to finish up, which won't take long. I mean, figure it out from start to finish. Other than chopping, which I did this morning, it's a 20-minute meal. Can't go bad. I mean, even if you need to cut the vegetables in the morning before you go to work, or even the night before, and then cook them as the chicken is cooking, it's still a quick and easy meal and full of healthy foods. All right, it is looking like the chicken is done. So I am going to just put it on top of these vegetables here in the pan, just like that. Like that. And maybe throw a little Parmesan cheese on that. You don't have to use the cheese. My husband likes it, so I added it. There we go. And that is our dinner made from veggies that were going bad in the fridge and some chicken tenders. You can find this recipe. I'll put this recipe up on my website, fittingfitnessin.com, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I'd like to thank you for having a ball with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Get Healthy with Holly.